Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Ashen Blue Lion Wolves. In the last part, we explored the monastery in preparation for this month's mission, and in this one, we will be tackling a paralogue. So, for this paralogue, you needed to have reached a sea support with Rhea in Part 1. And then once you do, then this one becomes available starting this month in Part 2.
Professor, so this is where you were. I have something I would like to show you. I found this in Lady Rhea's room. It seems to be a letter addressed to you.
Did you enter the room on your own? It seems very unsavory to check someone's belongings without them knowing.
I admit some guilt to the action. However, I hoped Lady Rhea had left something behind. I have not read the contents of the letter. If you do not object, could we read it together?
Alright.
Dear child, I have little time, and so I will keep this brief. I asked you to take care of things should something happen, but I wish to make myself useful as well. I left a treasure at the Holy Tomb. Please take it. However, note that I set a bit of a trap to prevent thieves from stealing it. Please take ample precautions so that you are not harmed when you retrieve it. May Sothis protect you. Rhea.
Her handwriting is a mess. It is likely she wrote this letter 5 years ago, just before the battle. If Lady Rhea says it's a treasure, then I've no doubt it would be useful to us. If you plan to retrieve it, I will accompany you. What is your plan, Professor?
Yeah, let's go.
However, it says that Lady Rhea laid some manner of trap in the Holy Tomb. Just to be safe, I'd like to request someone else accompany us. We don't know what dangers await.
Alright, well then let's get to it. Getting a sea support with Rhea in Part 1 can be tricky, because you have to get it done before the chapter where Geralt passes away. I think that's chapter 8 or 9. So it's got a very brief time limit, and since Rhea isn't playable, you can only build up her support points with her through story conversations and in the monastery by giving her gifts, training with her, and getting... and then now that they have the DLC out, you can have tea with Rhea too. Alright, let's see here. Looks like we get to bring a pretty good group. Let's see, let's drop Felix for Ash, and let's keep Caspar in. Why not? Why not? Oh, right, and I forgot to go over what that relic that Mercedes got does. Actually, I don't know that off the top of my head. I'm really gonna have to look that up. But yeah, getting that sea support with Rhea can be tricky, but unlocking this paralogue, I suppose it's worth it if you really, really want to. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I don't really get how it goes, and I imagine on Maddening it's very difficult. Yeah, I actually haven't done this one on Maddening yet. On the current playthrough I'm working on, I forgot to get my sea support with Rhea. I could have just unlocked it with New Game Plus benefits, but I forgot. And I really should have, because it would have been nice to try out as much as I can. No, don't quit. I want to go to the marketplace. Anyway... But I'll go over as much as I know about the map once we start, which we'll be doing now.
Something is wrong. Do not let your guard down. Phantoms? And some are giving commands. Remove them from the battlefield immediately.
Alright, so yeah, it looks like there are going to be some enemy commanders that buff the monster enemies on this map. So that is part of what makes them a bit difficult.
all going down.
Yeah, and these, phantom soldiers, they're always so weird.
I sense an
Let's see.
There's no stopping me.
Oh, okay, so,
What's my strategy?
the Raphael gem,
Why
it
not?
nullifies users' movement type weaknesses and prevents foes' critical hits and may have damage received. Let's see. I don't know if that it only applies to people with Mercedes crest, or if that applies to everyone. Let's see. Let me see if I can find that.
Taking life doesn't faze me.
I'll comply.
Yeah, no, it's not popping up. Yeah, it's not popping up. Okay, but my guess would be that the occasionally have damage effect doesn't apply to people who don't have Mercedes crest, whatever it's called. And
At your service.
if you're on Black Eagles, there's actually one other character who can have that effect, but it might be difficult to get the Raphael gem on a Black Eagles playthrough, considering you won't get the chapter that you normally get it from. I do believe it would be possible to steal it from an enemy Mercedes, but then you also don't get to see some of the unique Mercedes-related stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and equip Boyleth's Levin Sword. Wait, I tried to equip his Levin Sword, but that actually isn't an option.
Ready when you are.
Well, normally in Fire Emblem, you can trade an item to the top of a person's inventory, and that'll equip it for them. But with Three Houses, if they're currently equipped with a spell, then you can't use a trade to unequip that spell. So you have to be very, very careful. Oh no, they're gonna gambit us. Dodge it, Yuri! Good job. And Caspar dodged it too.
The results speak for themselves.
And I'm very happy that,
Mechanical beasts. Locate their puppet masters and eliminate them.
yeah. Shut your trap, Gilbert. No one cares. I mean, it is nice that they gave Gilbert a pretty big role since he's
I don't train for
exclusive.
fun.
Since he's exclusive to the Azure Moon route, but
That took too much effort.
oh, you're fine, Sylvain. But at the same time, it's also sad that he's essentially filling the role that the second unit who is exclusive to a house would fill. So on like Black Eagles, Hubert would be the one who chimes in with advice like that.
Very good.
And for the Golden Deer, it's Hilda. But for Blue Lions, it's Gilbert instead of Dedue. Oh, poor Dedue. I made myself sad again. Why isn't he here? Why did he have to die? Alright, well, let's stop thinking about the sad thing and instead focus on clearing the rest of this chapter. Yeah, but I haven't been playing too much more of the Fire Emblems, or Fire Emblem Three Houses, that maddening mode I'm working on. I've actually been playing more of Stardew Valley instead. I wanted a slight change of pace, and I wanted a change of pace, and that was a game I had downloaded before and was interested in giving another shot. So I did, and I'm having fun with it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and dance. Boogie! And I think I repaired Yuri's sword, or Levin's sword, otherwise I wouldn't be having him run around with it equipped. Oh, I realized something I can talk about. At the end of that last chapter, we also got Dimitri's,
All talk
Well,
and no action.
not Dimitri's relic, as anyone can use it, but we got a relic tied to Dimitri's quest, a lance that I forgot the name of, and it seems like it's tricky to pronounce.
Thank you.
And what it allows Dimitri to do is it gives them a combat art that is effective against any enemy. Any and every enemy. Dimitri, why'd you get hit by that? He had a 28% hit rate. Jeez, you're horrible.
That would work.
And you see, if you hadn't got hit by the first enemy, that would have been a 0% hit rate instead of 11. Tisk, 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 Dimitri. How could you let me down? What was I going on about? I forgot what I was going on about. Oh, right, Dimitri's unique lance. So, well, not semi-unique lance. Arid bar, that's it. So when he's got, when he uses that, he'll have the combat art to deal effective damage against pretty much any enemy. He can become...
Reminds me of my youth.
He can become quite good at dealing one-hit KOs to enemies, but it can be tricky for him to pull off since, well, not exactly yeah, I guess tricky is the right word. Tricky for him to pull off since he's not as his build for one shots isn't as powerful as what you can do with Annette. Or not Annette, with Bernadetta. Bernadetta with low hit points and vengeance is a monster. Like, seriously, try her out if you haven't already. It's amazing. Alright, well... let's go ahead and ward up Yuri for the experience. Boyleth, you can't quite get far enough. You know, if I had been smart, I would have used his ability to... his trickster ability to reposition with someone.
Another peerless victory.
But, oh well, we'll make it work the way we've got it.
It was the only way.
Alrighty, let's see here. We've got 2 people who are in need of healing now, and 2 healers to move. Although I believe Mercedes can just fortify both of them. Ah, yeah, that worked. Okay, we're good. And we should dance for Ash, so that way he can take out the bolting warlock.
I'm still here.
Warlock actually reminds me, for the most part, characters who are going to be reason mages, for their advanced class, most of them would go for Warlock, but the exceptions are, would be Happy, Hubert, and Lysithea. Warlock buffs black magic. Warlock buffs black magic, but those 3 all learn dark magic instead. So, they don't really get anything out of going into Warlock aside from the stat boosts. Ah, you missed. So, well, in the case of Lysithea, it doesn't really matter to her if she goes Bishop instead of Warlock, because she's got such a good Faith spell list. Same goes for Happy. Hubert, though, Hubert's got a weakness in Faith.
Can't pull back yet.
Hubert's got a weakness in Faith, and I don't think he learns any interesting Faith spells. So he's going to have a much tougher time unlocking Bishop to have as a alternate magic class to work with. So what I often find is best for him is probably to go into Dark Bishop for the advanced class instead. Way to go, Ash. You did good.
I must steel myself.
I always feel bad with Ash. I never know what to do with him. Like, like, I know I suggested making him a wyvern rider since he's got a strength in axes, and it, and high mobility benefits his lockpicking personal ability. But it also doesn't really play to his, or rather, he doesn't have enough natural strength to pull it off as well as some other characters can. So he might be better off as a sniper. Alright. So if I remember correctly, the tricky part with these dolls is that they're immune to magic while they have a shield up. So, since my group is very magic heavy, that makes them difficult for me to deal with, because magic attacks will do nothing against them. It's quite tedious. Why do I still have absorption equipped? That's such a horrible one. I know it boosts his why did I use bolting? Whatever. Anyway, I think the battalion he's got equipped, it does significantly boost his evasion. Well, not significantly, but it does boost his evasion, and that's always handy. But the effect is just, or the gambit effect of his battalion is just so weak, it's horrible.
We can't be careless.
Oh, you'll be fine, Mercedes. Just fortify. Well, the one situation where Live to Serve was very useful. Let's see. Manuel, I can't quite get close enough. So let's just let Happy take him down. Or deal some damage, anyway. Yeah, it makes these dolls very annoying to fight for Happy, actually, since she can't take advantage of her... Well, if you're using her as a mage, she can't take advantage of her personal ability to automatically break one of their shields. But I suppose if you give her a weapon to hit it with, that might work. I think it should work. Alright. Yeah, and I don't think Dimitri's going to be able to take out that dude in one hit, now that he's missed with his battalion. That's pretty limiting. But I can keep Dimitri in place, so that way the thingamadoodad can't get too close. Yeah, let's just leave him right there. Well, that thing is weak to lances, so I could break one shield with a lance attack. But if you, or rather, if a monster pulls off an attack like this, which is their equivalent of a gambit, I suppose, if it hits, it has all the same, it has very similar side effects to a successful gambit. It'll lock the enemy down and reduce their stats. And when the monster pulls that off, it recovers all of their shields if they haven't already been broken. So you want to make sure that you take out all the monster's shields in one go before they get a chance to do that type of attack. And they'll do that every other turn. So if they get a regular attack off, the next turn they're going to use the area of effect attack. Alright, as long as he doesn't get crit, that should do it. Let's try a helm splitter. Oh yeah! I didn't realize these guys counted as armed. Or armored.
That was fun to watch.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Caspar and Ash support together. I vaguely remember it. I vaguely remember it being an interesting one, I suppose. I don't know if I got all the way to an A rank between the two. Alright, let's see here. Just gotta finish off this one's shields, and then we're good. Yeah, and then I think these creepy doll things are the only ones getting buffed by the enemy generals. So if you're having too much trouble with the dolls, just take out the guys with shield icons and you're good. Alright, and we're gonna have to hit it physically in order to take out that last one. Let's see. Unfortunately, it looks like Dimitri's the only one close enough to do that. Then again, I do believe Mercedes... Wonder why I didn't want to use Dimitri. But it doesn't matter too much. Doesn't matter too much, but I believe Mercedes still has a bow on her. I do believe I think I unlocked a combat art for her to use with the bow, so that's why I've been keeping it on her. And she does have a strength in archery, so it's not the worst option for her, but with her strength stat being so low, it's difficult to make a good archer out of Mercedes.
At your service.
Plus, she's got such a good faith spell list that it's really tough to encourage doing anything else with her, except turning her into a Gremory or even just a bishop. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this guy off, and then we got one of the bosses, that is our objective down here. We're going to want to take him out too. I think he's locked...
Wait, that's it?
Yep, that's it. I think he's locked to one range, so we're going to have to... well, we don't have to, but we can just easily take him down with a magic. Easy peasy. Yay! And he dropped. I'm sorry, Gilbert. I missed your line. You know, let's back up so that way we can hear it. Although I imagine it's not going to be that important. Anyway, let's repeat the combat stage. Or phase, whatever. I'd feel bad about wasting a Divine Pulse like that. Okay.
One down. Target the remaining commanders.
Yeah, it wasn't that important. I would have felt bad about you wasting a Divine Pulse like that, but this is hard mode. It's very, very easy. We don't really need to worry about it.
At your service.
And the worst part, despite how easy hard mode is, there's an even easier difficulty. No shame if you actually do play on normal mode, though.
There's no stopping me.
Put me in there.
Normal mode is perfectly viable if you're just getting into Fire Emblem and want to learn the ropes as you go. But honestly, I just recommend
I've still got hidden talents.
going straight into hard mode if you're
Comply.
or yeah, I guess I would recommend just going straight into hard mode. Alright, let's go ahead and just wait. We'll keep the punchers equipped so that way we can dodge better. Aw, yeah.
Too slow.
Oh boy, that was almost bad. Bow Knights are tedious to deal with. I think they get 2 to 4 range with their bows. Alright, so we got 3 enemy bosses to deal with. Let's see, can Dimitri take this guy out? Oh, of course he can. It's Dimitri. Ah, yeah. One down. And I do want to take them down with the people who have adjutants, so that way my adjutants can get more experience. Very handy to have them trained up for those maps where you can't, or where you have more units to deploy than normal. Let's go ahead and warp Balthus up to see if he can take down another one. Ah, yeah, he can reach that mage. And I do believe one of my own mages can finish off the other paladin.
Allow me to demonstrate.
But then again, Ingrid can do it too. She has a Spear of Assail, and that's very, very, very handy for taking down cavalry.
Why not?
That actually reminds me, I don't have anyone who's good with a lance on my current playthrough for Maddening. Well, except for Bernadetta.
Same old, same old.
I suppose I could put the Spear of Assail on Bernadetta. That would be a neat option. Yeah, I should do that.
I'm your girl.
Well, if I get around to it. I've been having too much fun managing farm animals on the Stardew Valley. Oh, I'm gonna fire you! Consider yourself fired. Alright, and... excuse me. Sleepy morning. Well, actually, it's nighttime for this recording. And I fell a little bit behind, so I'm trying to get all these recordings done at once.
My arms can't get much bigger.
Alright, one more to go. Let's see. Annette, can you take him down? She can! Are we gonna go for that right now, though? I think I have a few other units I can move around. Yeah, well... Should we just get the kill with Ingrid? Yeah, let's just get the kill with Ingrid. One-shotting is always fun.
Hopefully I'll be more useful now.
It seems all is safe. Let's find Lady Rhea's treasure quickly. Here. So this is Lady Rhea's treasure.
Yay! Wait, really? Ash? Really? How did you come to that conclusion, game? Yeah, well, whatever. I'll take it.
I never thought a holy tomb would have a trap such as that. Had we not been prepared. Yet, if Lady Rhea laid that trap, then what kind of person is she?
I don't like those options.
Perhaps you should go save Lady Rhea and ask her directly. Whatever the truth, still this treasure has been recovered. I do not know how much history is attached to this item, but it is an amazing artifact. It is possible this weapon once engraved its name in the history of the Church of Seros. This is your responsibility, imparted to you by Lady Rhea. You must decide how best to make use of it. I will be going now. I must prepare for our next battle.
Alright. Ooh, Seros shield. Neat. Anyway, I'll call that here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.